In this video right here, what I'm going to show you is one of the fastest and easiest ways that you can add captions to pretty much any video. And this is actually one of the easiest ways that you can increase conversions if you are doing any kind of video content online, especially like with your marketing and advertising. So if you are doing VSLs, if you are doing video ads, even so of your content that you might be running as like paid ads to build audiences, to build engagement and all of that stuff. If you add captions, it pretty much always increases the conversions of whatever assets you're running. So at this point, we just kind of best practices add captions to everything we do. We don't really even like test with and without captions because we've just seen so many times. If people can see what they're listening to, they just get more engaged. And so one of the things that we figured out is we just, again, we add captions to everything that we do, but this is a really simple, easy tool that you can do this in like 5 minutes. And it actually creates really engaging captions that are moving and kind of pop off the screen. So super cool. I'm going to show you how to do all of that in this video right here. So if you look at all of the best ads out there and you look at a lot of the big VSLs that are running out there, video sales letters, what you will often see is really good editing means that they are putting the important words that you will hear onto the screen so that you can see it as well. And then you can easily digest that kind of information. And also just makes for a more engaging ad. I mean, like, what do you think is more engaging? Just someone talking to the screen like this, or someone talking to the screen like this with captions underneath so they can actually see what they're hearing? This just goes back to fundamental principles of like keeping people's attention. So there's this really cool tool called Descript, and I'm going to show you how to do it from my computer where you can actually see us setting up what they call fancy captions. And what fancy captions allow you to do is turn a simple video that looks like this into a video that looks like this. And as you can see, those words that are moving across the bottom of the screen just help you keep your attention. Also, if somebody's watching this ad on social media, or maybe you try to do autoplay or something, there are a lot of instances where people won't have the sound on. So then they can start reading, and then that will encourage them to click to turn the sound on and start listening to what you're saying. Moral of the story, when in doubt, put captions on your videos. So here's exactly how to do that with Descript. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Descript.com. If you don't already have an account, you can set one up. This does cost money, but I think it's like $20-something a month. It is not very expensive to be able to do this. And all you're going to do is load up your Descript once you get it all downloaded on your computer. And this is a super cool editing tool. So what it does is it automatically transcribes every video that you upload to Descript. And then you can actually edit and make changes simply based on what you say. So instead of having to know like how to do actual video editing, you could just load a video up in here, and then you could just chop out chunks of when you say the wrong thing, you accidentally say something twice, anything like that. And what Descript will do is automatically edit out that part of the video. So this is a super cool tool. If you are trying to create content, but you don't consider yourself to be a super techie or the greatest video editor, this is a tool that you can use a lot. We use this all the time with all of our content and even with our advertising. Now, what you want to do in here is you want to set up fancy captions. So once you've loaded up a video and you've auto-transcribed it so that you can see everything there, pretty much 100% of the time, it is not completely accurate. So what you can do is you can just go through the transcript and you want to highlight parts that are incorrect. Maybe it's got extra punctuation, like a comma or a period. Maybe it's got the wrong word. Maybe it's missing a word, anything like that. You just want to highlight that part right there and then press E. And then once you press E, what you're doing is you're editing the transcript without actually changing anything in the timeline. So you're not actually removing anything from the video itself. That might take 5-10 minutes, however long your video is, depending on, how long the content is. And then once you get that done, you want to go add fancy captions. So you go over here, you click on fancy captions, and then we just need to set up your settings. And so what you can do is you can set up so that it is showing the words across the screen. You have different colors for words that haven't been read and words that have been read. And then you can even have a different color for the word that is being read. And so when you set these three things up, you can make these really cool looking captions that are moving along with the screen very easily. So we're just going to set that up. We're going to drag this setting all the way across the entire video. And then once we have that, we can preview it. We can see what it looks like. And then you're done. That's it. Then you just export that video. And again, here's an example of like, here's a VSL that we recorded where you can see it's just me talking to the screen. Look, here's the deal. If you have a high ticket offer and you're not already generating at least $50,000 to $100,000 a month from your paid ads, you've got to listen up. And then here's that exact same thing with captions. Look, here's the deal. If you have a high ticket offer and you're not already generating at least $50,000 to $100,000 a month from your paid ads, you've got to listen up. But again, 100% across the board, we have seen when we add captions, it always improves the conversions and the engagement on our videos. So this has just kind of become a best practice. If we're doing like a VSL, video sales letter, or we're doing any ads, we always want to add captions. So definitely download and check out Descript. If you're trying to look for a really great video editing tool, this is definitely one. Again, and this is probably my favorite feature that we use the most. A lot of times we will do video editing on other platforms and then we'll bring it in here and just add in these fancy captions. And definitely where we have found this to be the most helpful is with our high ticket sales call funnels, because we're running video ads into a VSL presentation. And so what we can do is add captions on any of these video assets that we're running. So if you want to check out exactly how to do that, just make sure you check out this next video right over here somewhere, I think, and I'll catch you in that next video.